Kung nag-i-invest ka na sa stock market o nagbabala ka pa lang na mag-invest, sandali lang. Panoorin mo muna to at huwag mong gagayahin yung mga pagkakamali or yung mga mistakes na nagawa ko nung nagsisimula pa lang ako. Para at least you can minimize the risk na matalo or malugi by learning from my mistakes, and then also yung time to do trial and error, huwag mo nang gawin. Kaya sa video na to, isi-share ko sa'yo yung top 5 mistakes na nagawa ko nung nagsisimula pa lang akong mag-aral at mag-invest sa stock market. Disclaimer lang na hindi talaga maiiwasan yung pagkalugi at pagkatalo. Kasi kahit gaano tayo ka-prepared, kahit gaano kakatagal na nag-aral about this, may mga bagay talaga na labas sa ating control. Katulad ng mga market downturns or economic changes. Pero may mga pagkakamali na tayo yung gumawa. So, let's go! Hi, my name is Christina, and if you're new here, I make videos about trading and investing in the stock market. So kung yun yung type ng videos na gusto mo mapanood, just keep on watching. Mistake number 1, buying yung mga hype na stocks. Diba? Nagsimula ka na mag-aral about stock investing, about stock market. Search mo na yan, how to invest in the stock market. Lalabas na ngayon, may mga stock recommendation. May dami kasing stocks na pagpipilian sa stock market, no? It's more than 200 stocks out there that you can choose from. Pero hindi mo naman bibilin lahat yung 200. So, when you start searching, may mga makita ka na hype yung tawag. Yung parang i-cheer nila or i-recommend nila na ito yung magandang bilhin kasi kumita na kami dito. Maraming bumibili. And then the tendency is if bago ka pa lang, may term na tawag dun mafo-FOMO ka. So, FOMO is fear of missing out kasi, oh shucks, sayang, diba? Dapat makasabay ako, makasama ako dyan sa ganyan. Bibili din ako niyan. Pero ang totoo, hindi porket maraming bumibili, ay dapat mo nang bilhin. This happened to me also nung nag-start pa lang ako kasi I didn't know any better. I didn't know a lot of stocks. I didn't study the market that much. So if may nakita ko na kumikita on a certain stocks, bini-screenshot nila yung mga kinita nila or yung portfolio nila. Syempre parang gusto ko din ng ganon. But it was a costly mistake because hindi ko siya naintindihan. I just bought it because na-hype lang. So ang solution, always do your research. Whether you're doing long-term investing or short-term trading, it's better to understand bago ka palang bumili ng stock, no? Before you buy, dapat meron kang reason, masasagot mo yung bakit mo siya binili at kailan mo siya ibebenta. Kasi the moment that you answered sa first question na bakit mo siya binili, kasi nakita ko sa social media, that is not a strong, good enough reason para magkaroon ka ng conviction on why you're buying the stocks. Gets? Mistake number 2 is not having a clear strategy. Medyo related siya dun sa first one, no? Kasi bakit mo nga siya binili? Dahil na-hype ka, and it's because you probably didn't have a clear strategy. Madali kasing sabihin na, mag-invest ako sa stock market kasi long term. Mag-invest ako for the long term, for retirement, pero mayat maya mo naman tinitingnan at di mo alam kung tataas ba siya or bababa or anong gagawin mo pag nangyari yon. And I say that because ganun ako nung una. Sabi ko, mag-invest ako for the long term, pero araw-araw naman ako nagla-login at araw-araw ko naman siya chine-check. At araw-araw din hindi ko alam kung ano yung gagawin ko. So, it contradicts din, no? Parang gusto ko na long term, pero araw-araw kong chine-check. So, para din ako nag-short term trading. So, parang, ano ba talagang gusto mong gawin? So, the second mistake, not having a clear strategy, is a very costly one. Kasi para kang urong-sulong, parang ano ba talaga, ang gusto mong gawin sa buhay, sa stock market na ito? So, ang solution, stick to your investment thesis. And when you say that your strategy is investing in the long term, dapat meron siyang clear-cut na plano. This is what you plan. Bakit mo binibili? Kailan ka magbebenta? When are you gonna say that it's not worth for long term anymore? When are you gonna say na ililipat ko siya sa ibang investment? Alam mo yun, you have scenarios from A to Z. If A happens, you will do B. If B happens, you will do C. Nakaplano ba? Hindi siya parang basta-basta na bibilhin ko tong stock tapos bahala na si Batman. Hindi siya ganun. So create something like that. Create an entry plan, create an exit plan, create a risk tolerance plan. Pagplanuhin mong mabuti, no? It's probably you already have the capital pero wala kang plano. Or pwedeng wala ka pang capital, nag-iipon ka pa lang, nag-aaral ka pa lang, and that could be a plan. Like, first 3 to 6 months pag-aaralan ko while nag-iipon ako ng pang-capital within the 3 to 6 months. Basta gets yun na. May plano ba? Okay, third mistake is panic selling during market dips. And what I mean by this is, may investment ka na. Nakita mo, unti-unti siyang bumabagsak. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 5, negative 10, negative 20, and then you panic. And when you panic, you sell it kasi parang unti-unti na nakikita mo paubos ng paubos at palusaw na ng palusaw yung initial investment mo. And that goes alongside with mistake number 2 of not having a clear plan. I've included this and it's costly also dahil nangyari din siya sa akin noong nagsisimula pa lang ako. Dahil nga, I didn't know any better. I didn't have a plan. I panic. I didn't know what to do because nga I didn't have a plan. So, may mga stocks na nabenta palugi only to find out na umakyat din naman siya in the long run. And only to find out na maganda naman pala yung fundamentals or yung financials nung company na yun. It didn't change. What happened was, nag-invest siya or nag-expand siya during that time period na bumabagsak siya. And because I was checking it every day, hindi siya nakatulong din. So, ang solution, prepare yourself for worst case scenarios din, especially during the pandemic. So, kung may mangyari ulit na pagbagsak, no, tapos nakikita mo unti-unti na nababawasan yung investment mo, babalik ulit tayo dun sa clear strategy, dun sa mistake number 2 na what's the plan? It could be kasi bumagsak siya because medyo bangit yung economy ng Pilipinas and foreign investors are leaving. But when you read through the company's financials, okay naman yung kumpanya. Wala namang nagbago sa rhythm niya or sa financials niya. Maganda pa rin yung revenue ng company, yung net income niya. Okay naman siya. It's just that wala lang appetite yung foreign investors to invest in that company. But it doesn't mean na hindi maganda yung company. Kasi understand na having a clear strategy gives you at least a peace of mind or a conviction na eto kasi yung plano. So, may plano ka, susundin natin. So, whatever happens na magkaroon ng market dips, know that ang stock market, it moves in cycle. Hindi siya linear na straight line. Minsan naakyat, minsan bababa, minsan babagsak, nagre-recover. We don't know what will happen, but it's just a cycle. So, knowing what you can do in that situation, what you can control, no, educated decisions that you can make, yun yung pagpaplanuhan mo bago ka palang sumabak sa pag-i-invest. Mistake number 4 is not diversifying the investment. Now, this one is a little tricky kasi lagi mo probably naririnig na to ha. Ako kasi narinig ko to ng paulit-ulit nun. Sabi, do not put your eggs in one basket. So, ako naman na si may 5,000, naghiwa-hiwalay siya ng magkakaibang investment. So, parang imagine tig-proportion lang siya ng tig-konti na shares ng companies. For me ha, it was not wise for me during that time kasi parang I'm spreading myself too thin. Instead of just bargaining on one stock, tas pag-iipunan na lang sunod-sunod yung ibang mga stocks na gusto kong bilhin pag medyo nakakabuo na ng portfolio. Unless you have a large sum of money that you can divide. Kanyari, meron ka 1 million, no? Tas you just wanna divide it to how many stocks na you want to invest. Pero for common Filipinos like you and me, na mag-start ng 1,000 na nga. Dati kasi 5,000, kaya ako nasasabing 5,000. Pero ngayon, you can start with 1,000. You can buy stocks for as low as mga 700, 500, ganyan. Ngayon, kung bibili ka ng dalawang 500 pesos na stocks, just because you need to diversify, wag muna. Kasi parang kalat din siya eh. Gets? Pero eventually, the mindset is, hindi ka naman mag-start ng 1,000 lang. I'm sure you have a clear plan dun sa mistake number 2 natin. May plano ka on how to budget, how to add more to the capital, the plan on how to add more shares dun sa stocks na bibilhin mo. By the time na kaya mo na, you can diversify to different industries. You can buy na different types of stocks in different industries. And the logic kasi behind is kapag bumagsak yung isang industry, meron kang pang saloba that your investments are spread out. Kunyari, bumagsak yung sector na property, tapos you have banking stocks or consumer stocks or REITs, medyo nagbabalance out pa rin yung portfolio mo. So, parang yun yung gist of it. And mistake number 5 is neglecting continuous learning. I would say that I would always be a student of the market. I feel like kahit gaano na ako katagal sa market, there would always be new, interesting things, innovation and changes, and new things to learn pa rin, no? Na hindi siya natatapos. Hindi mo naman kailangang magpaka-genius sa lahat ng bagay, but just keeping yourself updated, no? Okay na. And I'm saying this because I've been receiving stories also ng beginners na like that because of the buy and hold strategy, no? Ewan ko kung narinig nyo na yun, pero it's buying a stock for probably a large amount na meron kang capital, tapos just holding it forever and ever, diba? Or until retirement. Then only to find out in between na after 5 years pala or after 6 years, because you are not getting yourself updated in the market, the company pala from public, they chose to be private, or the company pala is no longer kumikita, palugi na siya, lumalaki na yung utang niya, and nagkakaroon na siya ng issues with the Philippine Stock Exchange, mga ganyan, nasususpend na yung stock. Could be a lot of things that could happen in between. Meron din naman na pwedeng ito na yung nakasanayan mo traditionally, but there are new and amazing technology out there na pwede na pala siya ngayon na dati pala hindi pwede had you neglect studying or learning continuously. Hindi mo naman kailangan na araw-araw nag-aaral, but just keep yourself updated. I'm sure, kung nag-start ka ng stock market, you may have been following certain channels, have been following the Philippine Stock Exchange, you may have been following your brokers sa social media. For sure, dadaan at dadaan yan sa newsfeed. Kung dadaan siya doon, you would see from time to time na, ito pala yung bago, may ganito na pala ngayon. If something piques your interest, then it's a good time na rin to study it, diba? So, keep educating yourself. Kung may makita ka mga webinars, trainings, a lot of it is being offered by your stockbrokers. Marami din content creators na I watch and I learn from them also. So, wag ka lang tumigil pag-aaralan. It would really, really help you along your journey of stock market investing. So, those are the top 5 mistakes that I made, and I'm sure mas marami pa doon ang mga pagkakamali na pinaggagawa ko noon. At hanggang ngayon, marami pa rin. But be at peace na yung mga investing mistakes, some of it are hindi maiiwasan. Pero ang mahalaga, natututo tayo sa mga pagkakamali natin dati. Nagle-level up tayo. Mas nag-improve tayo sa ating mga sarili. And if you learned something in this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. At i-share mo na rin sa friends mo na bago pa lang nagsisimula sa stock market journey nila. Baka makatulong itong video. Comment mo din below if there are topics na gusto mong pag-usapan next. Thank you for watching and I will see you on the next video. God bless po!